And we are back, and we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my people. You know that it helps us out a ton. And of course, it helps you because it helps us. Now, y'all, today we have one of those crazy stories that you say, how could this happen? How could it happen? A $66 million food stamp fraud ring that was running right under investigators' nose for years. And they were able to get away with over 66, almost $70 million. Now, this is not about the end user, y'all. I definitely think there's something to be said about the staggering size of the food stamp program in the United States. You're gonna see that it runs into the several hundreds of billions of dollars. I was very surprised to hear that today, but this is not about the end user. It's not about the person collecting food stamps and using it to feed their family. This is about people working for the government, figuring out a way to defraud the American people of that staggering amount of money. Let's take a look. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not gonna make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334. If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
Tonight, 6 people are now charged with a huge fraud and bribery scam targeting food stamps. Listen to this. One of the arrested people in this, a USA employee, that's the government agency that oversees food stamp benefits. According to the Justice Department, the group set up a network that supplied approximately 160 unauthorized EBT terminals to stores across the New York area. Those terminals then illegally processed more than $30 million in EBT transactions. And the USDA employee who's charged actually worked in the division responsible for identifying food stamp fraud. Earlier this month, we highlighted a national scam in our special report, Faces of the Forgotten. Thousands of people in Alabama have had millions of dollars stolen from their EBT accounts. And for the last 5 months, they say they have not been reimbursed.
So, y'all, it appears that under the Biden administration, there was just, was it just that you had the government that was asleep at the wheels? You had Stacey Abrams getting $2 billion. And I know it didn't go directly to her, right? But she was involved in the group that receives $2 billion. And that was part of a larger, $20 billion program. And then we found out that another program was even bigger than that. Here we have a $66 million fraud, y'all. This is where all of our money's going, y'all. Besides this, you already know about the people who are in the country without permission, besides all the money that we're spending on them. And then we say, y'all, what's going on with the country? Why don't we have any money? We're sending it overseas. We're letting people get their little grubby hands on it through fraud. And we're spending it on people who come from overseas to our country without permission. So the Secretary of Agriculture says, look, it's over, people. Under Donald Trump's administration, this will not continue. Let's hope that's true, y'all. But again, I think that people are very resourceful, people are very creative, and people are very crafty. And this type of fraud would take years to uncover. But let's take a look at what she has to say.
We are hyper-focused on rooting out that waste, fraud, and abuse. And to your point, yesterday was, if not the largest, one of the largest stings. And moving forward and finding that fraud, I think almost $70 million that is no longer going to be allowed here in Washington and with these programs like the food stamp program. So we're going to move forward, obviously, in partnership with the FBI, with the Department of Justice, of course, our team at USDA. This is not the one and only. There are going to be many more to come, and we're going to make sure that we're delivering on our promises to the taxpayers.
So the prosecutors and the authorities are saying that this person defrauded the SNAP program, right? The also known as food stamps, $66 million in unauthorized transactions.
That's right. Well, the food stamp program is one of the largest government programs across the federal government. And obviously, I've talked on this show and other shows that it's time for real effective change. Part of that $200 billion annual program, the best sort of estimate is between 20 to 30% of that is fraud, waste, and abuse. The $66 million that was announced yesterday on behalf of USDA and the others that were part of that, again, is just the tip of the spear. And the way that works, Maria, the EBT cards is what USDA, the government, uses to provide that supplemental nutrition assistance, which is the food stamps, and that it's a fairly easy thing to do. We're trying to lock it down right now to ensure that it doesn't keep happening. But when you've got employees that basically don't follow the law, then we've got to fix it, and that's what we're doing. There's going to be real consequences for breaking the law across America's federal government with President Trump, but this is just one of many more to come.
Well, we definitely want to see consequences and accountability, but let me move on, Secretary.
So y'all, I'd like to hear what you have to say about this. Do you think that the Donald Trump administration is going to be able to largely put an end to the waste, fraud, and abuse? I mean, if there's ever a case of just straight fraud, this would be it, right? This is waste, fraud, and abuse. Do you think Donald Trump is going to be able to put an end to this? And what happens when he's gone, right? Don't the bad actors just get right back to business as usual? Is this just a 4-year hiatus from the waste, fraud, and abuse, and then whoever comes in next just opens up the floodgates again? This is why I keep pounding on y'all need to take care of your finances, because frankly, y'all, the perverse incentive is so great, and the amount of wealth in this country is so high that people think I can just take this, I can just take that, and it won't matter. But there's an aggregate, and in the aggregate, it does matter. And our country is under financial strain right now, and it's showing. And frankly, there is no direct way to get back to where we need to be. I mean, I definitely think we can, but it's not an overnight thing, right? So I'd like to know what y'all have to say. Please comment down below, but before you do, please stop, hit the share button. Share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. For y'all, for the people who have a retirement, who's seeing this, seeing where all of the United States money is going, and you're wisening up, and you're like, oh shoot, I need to take care of my money. Hit the link, Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com. Talk to my people at Augusta Precious Metals. We've already had listeners who, through the link, have made the decision to put some of their retirement in gold and protect it. Kudos to you, and I want to recommend all of you speak to Augusta. Let them give you that perspective, and then you make your own decision. You can also call them at 844-651-8334. Want to thank y'all for watching. Love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.